I see you as empowered people who want to retain their autonomy without buying into dogma, right? So the medium that you've chosen to tell your story is extremely powerful. You know, one of the outcomes that I personally hope is to see the value that this brings to the table and help other Hindu children in America realize, the rich heritage they come from. So what are your outcomes, and like what is the goals that you as a group have defined for this?
So one thing that when we started, we wanted this to act as was I have a strong belief that if you create a positive environment, um, you'll start to attract like-minded people. And we wanted Project Janani to serve as a lighthouse for that. We wanted it to serve as a lighthouse for Hindu diaspora kids who are sort of in this identity crisis to help to come to shore, basically, to give them a space to have conversations, to have discussions. Um, so that's one of the main outcomes. Like we've been mentioning throughout this talk, is we really don't talk about this problem like the diaspora kids have. There's been a ton of studies that are about decoloniality in India, decoloniality in Latin America, decoloniality in Eastern Europe, but never applied to like a Hindu diaspora sense and what the transgenerational trauma causes, what it does to like a Hindu mind in sort of the identity sense. And obviously, like we can get into mental health and like the studies surrounding it, but it really causes a ton of mental health issues in young Hindu kids. And there's been a lot of stigma in the diaspora about mental health, and that's a different issue. But now, like as as the younger generations are growing up, we are beginning to see these identity conflicts build, and these and health issues come out in these kids. And there's a ton of research studies published in terms of this. So it really is a serious problem, and it really has to be addressed. Otherwise, it's going to get worse, much worse. So it's important for us to start a discussion around this identity conflict and see where the source is. We really want to have a discussion about the source and better it, right? We want to make sure this doesn't happen to future generations. We want to make sure the entire community is culturally competent, is welcoming of Hindu kids, of Hindu thought. So that's one of our main goals. And the second goal is, I would say, and Falak and Ria, you guys can add on more, is to um, professionally grow as a group, right? We want to give everyone in the team experiences that they can be proud of, experiences that will help them in their future careers, experiences that will help them grow as a person, and make sure that they're enjoying the entire process, right? That like we said earlier, everyone in this group is volunteers, right? No one is getting paid. Not a single person is getting paid. We're just volunteering our time for this cause. And the amount of work that's having to be put into this, you can imagine how personal of a cause this is for us, right? So we really just want to grow as people, and as I said earlier, want to create some sort of a change, no matter how small it may be, in this discussion.
Yeah, we all are here just to make a change. And I think it's really interesting how um, a lot of us, most of us, do not know how to make a film, to simply put it that way. But we're all joining in this initiative in order to make a difference, not to make a film, but use that as a medium for conversation and to open up new conversations with other people who might have not realized that this was something that was needed in our community. And a lot of people might not know that, but when they see our documentary next year, they might, they'll be like, oh, that's really interesting. I never thought about it that way. And, it just opens up new doors for conversation, and it just grows the conversation further, which is all we really want.
And I think like the fact that it's a film is extremely important because it's not always easy to, read the Ramayana or the Mahabharata, especially for kids my age. Um, Watching a film about what their identity could be and learning about their culture could be an excellent first step in actually like wanting to pursue and find out more. I think people are a lot more willing to watch a film through more of like a narrative and that has a storyline than they are to, sit down and open up a book. And I think speaking a little bit more on, professional skills, I think that working with Project Janani has allowed me to learn how to speak professionally, communicate information like research into a digestible format that, our audience is willing to read and enjoy. So like developing my soft skills is also like a very valuable thing that I've learned.
That's
Yeah,
great.
sorry. And one more thing I wanted to add is like a lot of us, me and Falak, like we did not know anybody on this team when we joined. So I feel like being put in that position also allowed us to grow as people, and taught us how to work with people that we've never met before, to have conversations with them, and to just grow our social skills in an even better way.
Fantastic. No, this is very inspiring, the work you are doing. So let me ask you, what phase of the filmmaking process are you in?
So currently we're in pre-production where we're fundraising, buying equipment, getting ready to go to India, working on marketing, spreading the word about what Project Janani really is.
Yeah, so just to add on to that, production will start on June 1st. So from June 1st to July 4th, we'll be in India actually filming the documentary, going around the Godavari, talking to people, conducting interviews and such. Afterwards, we'll be post-production until hopefully the end of the year. We never really know how long post-production will take. But hopefully we'll have like a final cut ready by December. And then starting next year, we'll be entering into film festivals, showing the film to a wide array of audiences, and then it will be ready by the end of spring for a public release that everyone can watch.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.